All right, thank you for coming, daylight saving time. So last night I saw, he's referred to as a jazz guitarist named Aldi Meola. He's heavily got a lot of flamenco and Spanish guitar in his music, a ton, but he's referred to as a jazz guitar player. And so I saw him play last night. I'd seen him several decades ago when I wasn't a yoga teacher, and there was just him and two percussionists, and it was really cool. Just wanted to make sure I say that. But as a yoga teacher, I saw other things. So he has this very quick picking technique. And Eddie Van Halen does it too. It's something I kind of copied from him, Al Di Meola, when I was a kid, and I never noticed. I've only seen him play, but I've seen videos and stuff. It's so funny as a yoga teacher, when he does this quick picking thing, his right shoulder comes way forward, like it's jumping out of the socket. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's just like the worst posture. When Eddie Van Halen did it, he was very like passive with it. And another thing, he had a tabla player, which was very interesting and very different for him. And the tabla player was great. But I was watching the tabla player, and his posture was awful. But you know, as a musician, that's the way things go. This article back here from LA Yoga Magazine is my Yoga for Musicians article. It's a 3-page thing that they allowed me to do. But the one thing I noticed with the tabla player, I'm going to go back to show this, which is really cool, is he did the show sitting cross-legged, but so his unless you sit in lotus, your knees don't go down kind of on the floor. So he was sitting over the tabla like this, but he had a prop, like a yoga prop, underneath his knee. And it was a mind blow. Like, I mean, he was Indian. So, and I don't know why an Indian drummer, like if they did yoga, but he had this prop to hold his knee so there wouldn't be tension on the knee like you would see in a restorative yoga class. And I thought that was pretty interesting, and it's cool. Like, I can't turn off my yoga teacher thing. It's just like always there. It was a lot of fun to see that show and to see all that stuff. So anyways, let's start ourselves in a seated position. However you can sit comfortably, and just turn the feet in a little bit. We're going to sit up really tall. We're going to pull the core in a little bit. We haven't done this one in a while, and I like it a lot, so we're going to do it now. We're going to breathe in and reach up. We're going to breathe out and bring the hands down to the knees again. And we're going to breathe in and reach up. And breathing out, hands back down. And then over and over, in breath on the up, it stretches the lungs out, and then back down. And then in breath, if you want to turn the palms a bit up to the ceiling, you can, and then back down. In breath, palms of the ceiling opens up the hands a little more if you've been on the computer or the phone device too much. We're going to keep breathing. Every in breath is with the way up, and every out breath is the way down. Let's keep moving and breathing. Just a few more of these. Good. Touch the ceiling and then push the walls out. Good. So we're pulling the fingers way back and thumbs back. And we're going to turn and look over to the right. We're going to hold here. And then we're going to turn and look over to the left. We're going to hold here. Now we're going to take this left hand way over to the right knee with the right hand behind us, sitting up tall, using now a little bit of leverage to get that twist a little deeper. We'll take a couple breaths here as we hold this twist. And then over to the other side, right hand on the left knee, sitting up tall. Great, back to center. One more, right hand down, about 6 inches out from the hip with the fingers pointing straight out and away. Left palm faces the ceiling. We're gonna come up and over, reaching that long line and keep that hip down and reach those fingers way long and up. And we're gonna look along the elbow to the ceiling here, breathing. It is a bit like extended side angle with a different bottom position. Good, and over to the other side, so that right palm faces the ceiling, then it comes up and over and it faces the hand, which is, right down here, obviously. I'm gonna breathe and look up along the elbow, reaching long to that side, breathing in the nose. I'm feeling this tonight for myself a lot close to my hip bone, and I'm trying to put my breathing there. And I know that's kind of abstract, but it's a nice practice to try. Good, excellent. Back to center. Let's stand any way you can stand. And we're going to do light bouncing on the feet. If you're on the first floor and you live in an apartment, you can do heavy bouncing or just a little back and forth so we don't make our neighbors crazy or any more crazy than they might already be. You shake the hands out like you're trying to get water off your hands. Just a little more. All right, with the feet about the distance of, say, the hips, core is a bit tight. I'm going to swing the arms forward and those shoulders happening. And then the opposite direction, please. And across the front, switching which hand goes on top. Very nice. Hands on the hips. We're going to swing the hips around. We keep the head mostly in the center as if the head is sitting right on the floor between the feet, but way up here. Very nice. Opposite direction, please. Great. Back to center. We're going to stand on the left foot, and we're going to lift the right leg and intertwine the fingers and hold the knee. Or you can lock those toes towards the shin, or you can rotate the foot, whatever you like. But what I really want you to focus on is pulling the core in and up and the shoulders back and down, and allowing the heaviness of the leg pulling into the hands, and then pulling the shoulders away from that heaviness. But we're using that heaviness of the leg to stretch the shoulders and the sides of the neck here. We're breathing long and deliberate in the nose, breathing for the whole hour of the class till we get to the meditation. And let's switch. So let's step it out a little bit, and then standing on the right, we're going to lift the left, and you can lock that foot if you like, and rotate it. But again, the heaviness of the leg is dropping into the hands. The shoulders are pulling against that. The core is lifting everything up to the crown of the head, and we are breathing. To help with the balance, you can stare at your drishti spot, whereas I'm staring at my the camera on my laptop. Very nice. Let that down. Let's bring the feet together, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart. You're gonna have the thumbs out. I find that real nice on the shoulders. We're going to breathe in as we reach up and look up. We're going to breathe out and forward fold, bringing the fingers low. We keep them down. If they don't go on the ground with the legs straight, put them on the shins like I do. We're going to look up, pulling the shoulder blades together, then forward fold on the out breath. Let's engage the core on the first one all the way back up to the ceiling. Hands in prayer to the ceiling and then down through the heart center, pushing into the earth. We're going to circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, again, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back. Forward fold on the out-breath. All the way back up to the ceiling, to the sky, down through the heart center, pushing into the earth, circling back up, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back. Forward fold on the out breath. All the way up again. Down through the heart center, pushing into the earth. We're going to circle back up, breathing in. Breathing out, forward fold. We're going to look up, flatten the back. We're stepping, top of push-up now. Tighten core, legs. If you don't feel like doing full push-up, you can put the knees down. It's up to you. Some of our upper bodies are different. We keep the belly and legs tight as we lower down. Maybe hover, maybe hit the ground, then up dog, rolling forward, tight legs, third eye looking, and then down dog, pulling up and back. You could pedal the feet if you like. You could stay still if you prefer. We're watching the knees or looking at the navel, breathing in our noses. Excellent. Walk your way up to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low. We look up. Forward fold. Come on all the way back up to the ceiling. And again, down through the heart center, pushing into the earth. We're going to circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low again. We look up. We step back, top of push-up. Lower drop. Up dog. And down dog. Excellent. If you like, stay still. If you prefer, up on the toes on the in-breath. Down with the heels on the out-breath. Breathing. Eyes open, looking at the knees of the navel. All right, step or jump, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. All the way back up to the ceiling again. Down through the heart, pushing into the earth, circling back up on the in-breath. Forward folding on the out breath. We look up, we step again, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to breathe here, remembering you can rest anytime you want. Feet are about 2 fists apart, middle finger straight forward. All right, step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, all the way up again, hands in prayer to the sky. You could arch back a little bit, and then let's bring the arms right down at the sides. Very nice. Big toes touching, let the knees fall together, sit in chair. Excellent. Up over, forward folding, fingers low. We're going to look up. We step again, top push-up. Lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Warrior one on the right, right foot steps about to the wrist, left foot turns out flat, arms up, knee over ankle, less is okay. Push into the left foot and reach the left arm forward. We're going to keep breathing here. Great, touch the sky again, and then hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, down dog, and left side stepping, right foot turns out, arms up. We're going to push into the right foot and reach the right arm forward, breathing here. All the time breathing, deep breathing, huge, huge, huge part. Great, touch the sky again, and hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're gonna breathe. and look at the knees of the navel. All right, step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back, tight core. Excellent. We're going to do one more with the warrior one. We sit in chair again. Great. Up, over, forward folding. We look up, step back again, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog, right foot warrior one, left foot turns out, back up. This time hands in prayer above the head. Pull the core in and up, look up if possible. Pull the core through the heart, through the nose, of the fingers, and maybe arch back. Great. Hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Left side stepping, please. Right foot pivots out. Back up, hands in prayer up above the head, lengthening up, maybe arching back, breathing, taking a moment. All right, hands down again, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're gonna breathe here. Step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair and standing, shoulders back, tight core. We're going to do the next two with Crescent Pose. So we sit in chair again, same as before. Up, over, forward folding. We look up, step back, again, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog. So we're going to stay on the ball of the left foot and step the right foot forward. You could do warrior one if you prefer. If you do warrior one, don't do the next part. But if you're in crescent and you want to bounce just a little bit, go ahead and bounce just a little bit right here. Great. Hands back down, stepping again, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog, and left foot crescent, back up. And again, if you're doing crescent, you can bounce. If you do warrior one, just stay still. All right, again, hands back down, stepping back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Great, we're gonna breathe right here. All right, step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair. Standing, shoulders back, tight core. Last one we're going to do here also with crescent, but with an extra tiny piece. We sit in chair. Good. Up, over again, forward folding. We look up. We step back, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog. Right foot crescent again. We stay on the ball of the left. We're going to reach up. And we're going to reach the left arm forward, palm is facing out to the right, and then the right hand back with the palm also facing out to the right, getting a little bit of a twist here. We're going to hold and breathe. All right, hands down again, stepping back, lower drop, up dog, down dog. And left foot stepping, please. Back up. And then arms out again in that like kind of partial, it is a twist, but it's not a full twist. My palms are facing out now to the left. Breathing. All right, hands down again, step back, lower drop, up dog, and we take a nice hold here in down dog. All right, walk or jump, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet and knees together. We're gonna sit in chair, we're gonna stay in chair. So let's breathe right here. Good, we stand, we're gonna take the feet apart, distance to say the hips again. We grab elbows, which I prefer for the move, but prayer is actually how I was initially taught it. We're gonna hang down, but with the elbows, I feel like I can loosen my shoulders more, so I don't have to hold the prayer. And there's so much tension in modern human shoulders, so it's up to you though. And if you wanted to bounce, you could, but I would push the breath out of the nose or just hang. Good, all the way up to the ceiling. We're gonna hold that up to the ceiling for a moment, a couple of breaths even. Good, peace fingers back down. It's okay to bend the legs. We're coming under the big toes, thumbs touching, elbows away from the ears, and head down, breathing. Good, back up. We touch the ceiling again. Let's hold up for a moment. And then back down, hands under feet from the front, so the toes touch the crease in the wrist. Pull up on the feet, top of the head down. Great, let's stand, and we'll be at the top of the mat standing. Just we're gonna take a couple of breaths here. All right, we are gonna pivot tonight, which we've been doing a lot on Mondays. Left foot steps back about the distance of one of your legs. The right foot is pointing straight forward, and the left foot's about 45 degrees. Arms out over the feet. We're gonna take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're gonna reach out for triangle. Right hand down, left arm up. You can do palms facing out and away. You want everything stacked, so the hand reaching to the sky is over the shoulders and then over the shin. And if it's still open for you, you can come down and grab the big toe. We're going to breathe, looking to the reaching hand if possible. And let's come up. We'll do our first pivot. Right toes into 45, left toes straight out the back. So we have our base, heel to heel for triangle. We're going to reach out over the foot in the back. And then left hand down, right arm up. Breathe here. Great, back up. We're going to pivot. Left toes 45, right toes straight out the front. Let's shorten the stance a couple of inches. And we're going to reach the left arm forward, folding a little bit forward so that the chest is kind of parallel to the earth. We're going to stay here and get the length of the back and side there. And then for the twist of triangle, Viparita Trikonasana, we're gonna put the left hand down. You could stay here with both hands down. You want to twist right arm up, back of the hand outside of the leg, lengthening tail to the crown of the head. We're gonna breathe here. Legs straight, feet flat. If your hand does get on the ground, it's right next to the foot or hopping to the outside, also right next to the foot. Good, back up, we're gonna pivot again. Right toes 45, left toes out. We're gonna reach that right arm out. We're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths. Good, and then we twist the other side. Right hand down, left arm up, or you can do pyramid if you prefer. Because this can be a feeling extreme, this pose can feel a bit extreme. Great, back up. We're pivoting again. Left toes 45, right toes out. Let's lengthen the stance back to about the distance of one of our legs. We're going to do warrior two. I go a little bit longer for warrior two, but as you wish with that. Arms out over the feet, dropping the shoulders, holding the core, knee over the ankle or less. We're going to breathe and look at the right hand. We're going to take the center of the right forearm and place it on the leg out here in front, reaching the left arm up and over for extended side angle. You could stay right here, or you could put the right hand on the ground if you prefer. We're going to keep reaching. With the arm on the leg, we look up along the elbow to the ceiling. If the hand goes on the ground, look a little forward to the reaching hand. Good, back up. We're going to straighten the right leg so we can pivot right toes 45, left toes out the back. And warrior two to begin here for a couple of breaths. Looking at the left hand, holding the core, dropping the shoulders. All right, forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. Whatever version of extended side angle you did on the other side, we'll do something similar here, please. Keep on breathing. Good, back up. We're pivoting again. Left toes 45, right toes out. We bend that right knee till the foot mostly disappears. We're going to turn the right hand so the palm faces the ceiling, and we're going to arch back with the left hand barely touching the back leg. Our chest and torso is facing directly out to the left as best as we can, with the knee staying over the ankle. And straight the leg. We're going to pivot again. Right toes 45, left toes out, warrior two just for a moment. Then we turn that left hand so the palm faces the ceiling. And we arch it back on the other side here. Good. To center for horse, toes slightly splayed, knees opening up. Let's push the walls out tonight. And we're going to breathe all the time. Very nice. Straight the legs. Turn the feet to run straight forward. We're going to reach straight up and then straight down, fingertips on that big toe line. So shoulders right over the hands, head down, dropping to the floor. Maybe palms down, don't force anything. We breathe here, elbows could go back to the legs. Let's come all the way up. We're going to reach to the ends of the fingers. Then behind the back, we're going to intertwine the fingers. I'm going to push the palms together for myself. It'll release tension in the upper back. It makes the forward fold a little more difficult. If you prefer in the shoulders, palms apart. And here we go, forward folding, lifting the arms up off the back. And all the way up to the ceiling. And all the way back down, we're going to grab ankles, shins, or big toes. No matter what you get a hold of, pull the elbows away from the ears, drop the top of your head down towards the mat. And stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. And then please to the other side, right shoulder under and through. Great, back up to standing. Let's shorten the stance about 3 feet, 3.5 feet if you're on the tall side. We're turning the right toe straight out the back, left toes about 45 degrees. For pyramid, let's bring the arms out so we can get the rotation so that the shoulders are the same as the front of the mat. Behind the back, you can grab elbows or reverse prayer. Pull the shoulder blades together. We're going to look up, and then we're going to keep the shoulder blades together, forward folding, looking at the foot. And again, yes, the shoulder blades do restrict the forward momentum, but it's much better for us. We don't worry about getting anywhere. We're breathing, and we're tuning up our earth vehicle. You could stay here in pyramid, or a warrior 3 is a great option if you want to come onto that front foot. I am flexing the left foot, pulling the toe to the shin for myself. You can try it someday if you like. Ardha Chandrasana, right hand down, left arm up. And switching the hands. And put that left foot back where it was. And we're going to pivot. Right toes 45, left toes out, arms out. And behind the back again, elbows or reverse prayer. Shoulder blades pulling together, we look up. And we're going to forward fold again, looking at the foot. And you could stay here or up on to a warrior 3. And Ardha Chandrasana, left hand down, right arm up. Then switch the hands. And let's stand top of the mat. We'll shake it out a little bit. So we'll do some balancing. Standing on the left foot, we're going to do tree. You can grab the right ankle. You could hold it there. It may lock. Hands to the heart or all the way up. We'll stay here staring at our focal point. Breathing in the nose, core in. Very nice. Let that down, step it out a little bit. When we stand on the right, lift left. Again, hands to the heart or all the way up. All right, let that down, step it out. Standing on the left again, we're going to lift the right. And the right hand's going to grab the right knee, left hand on the hip. If you feel like it, you could take the peace fingers, grab the big toe, extend the leg, or just hold the knee, which is what I'm going to do. We're going to breathe here. Open that leg out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Continue breathing. And back to center. Show me the bottom of your foot. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. We're going to stand on the right and we lift the left. Grab the knee, hand on the hip. You could extend the leg, grabbing the big toe if you did that on the other side. Core is in, breathing, staring at our spot, straight forward. And let's open that leg out to the left as we look over the right shoulder. Back to center, leg out on its own. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. Let's take the feet about the distance of the hips. Toes are slightly splayed. Let's squat. I'm going to push the elbows into the legs. Hands in prayer push together, lengthen up the back. We'll take several breaths right here. You're welcome to sneak in a crow or a headstand. Otherwise, a couple more breaths here before we do a couple moves. Great. Hands straight forward. Then we're coming all the way up to the ceiling, lifting, and then back down, keeping hands straight forward. Then all the way back up, lifting, and back down, hands straight forward. And one more time, all the way up, lifting, and then back down, and we're going to come to hands and knees. Knees are under hips, 2 fists apart with the knees. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. Let the belly drop down, looking up third eye. As you breathe out, we're going to arch the back. A couple more of these, please. Real easy. Good. Back to center. Look over the right shoulder. See the tail. And over the left shoulder. And back to center. Step the right foot up top of the mat with the arms up like a big funnel. And you can, I'm going to scoot my right foot a little further forward. You can too if you like. We'll take a couple of breaths here with the hips hanging down. We're going to take the left elbow outside of the right leg. Hands in prayer, pull in towards the chest. Turn the fingers to the face. You could stay here. You could roll onto the ball of the left foot, straighten the back leg if you like. We're going to hang out and breathe in the twist. Great. Let's do the other side. Right knee back, left foot up top. Arms like a big funnel again. We breathe here. Good. Right elbow outside. Hands in prayer. And then whatever you did on the other side, see if you can get a copy of that. A mirror copy. We're going to keep breathing. Very nice. Hands back down. Let's step back, top of push-up. We're going to lower drop, up dog, down dog. We're going to hold the right foot up. Take a couple of breaths here. You could bend that leg, opening up the hip, keep the armpit down. Then we're going to throw that shin top of the mat. Scoot the left leg back, lift the heart to the ceiling. And then hands down are already there. Forearms down, head down. We're going to breathe. Very nice. Hands down again. Let's step back. You could shake that right leg if you like. Top of push-up. We lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. We're going to hold the left foot up. We breathe here. You can bend that leg if you like. And throw that shin top of the mat. Scoot the right leg further back. And we'll come back on down. All right. One last time, hands top of the mat. Just step back. You could shake the left leg if you like. Top of push-up, we lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Very nice. Let's sit down. We're going to extend the left leg out and keep the right leg here bent with the right foot against the thigh. Left hand's going to grab either the left shin or the toes, or if you got a belt around the foot, that's great. We're going to reach up, breathing in, and breathing out. We're going to fold it all down, and all the way back up, breathing in. I'm going to fold it all down, and over, please. The out breath is on the downward fold. And next time you're up, go ahead, stay up. We'll look to the reaching hand. Excellent. Let's do the other side of that right leg out, left sole in. Same stuff. Try to set it up the same. It may feel different. Up on the in breath, down on the out breath, over and over. Focusing on the breath, feeling the movement of the body. Great. Next time you're up, we'll stay up. We'll look to the reaching hand. Great. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. I'm going to pull those feet in pretty close. Left hand grabs the small toes right on top. We're going to sit up tall. You could butterfly, shoulders back. Good. Let's forward fold, pushing the elbows against the legs, trying to put the low part of your heart on the big toe. So we're lengthening out. Keep the shoulder blades together. Great. Come on up, cross the legs. We're going to do a repeat of the early twist. We're going to take the right hand and grab the left knee, left hand behind you. You could, if you want, to come around, grab the shirt, the pocket of the leg. If you did this in full lotus, you would grab the foot. I'm just in half lotus. And I'm not encouraging anyone to do lotus, but just so you know the information. Very nice. On over to the other side, sitting up tall. Good. Back to center. With both legs bent out in front of us, we're going to do our core work. We're going to bring the arms underneath the legs and roll back onto the tail. You could stay right here the whole time. Totally excellent. Or let go, lock the shoulders back, arms parallel to the earth. You could straighten the legs, makes it quite a bit more difficult. You could keep them bent. You could have hands in prayer, third eye of the toes. Breathing in the nose, shoulders back, looking at the feet. It is 1 of 5. Go and cross the legs, grab the shins, sit up really tall. Very nice. Number 2 of 5, right here, breathing. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Number 3, back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 4, up again. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 5. Shoulders back. Good. Hug the knees in. Let's lie back. Take the forearms and grab the shins, bringing the nose up to the knees and really pull those shins down. Excellent. For bridge, feet down flat, feet on knees, 2 fists apart, longest finger almost touches the heel. Lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers and push the arms down. You're welcome to do Ardha Dhanurasana, of course. And we're going to stay here just for a couple of breaths tonight. Very nice. Down again. You could put your feet up the wall if you want to come along. We're doing upside down work. We're going to start with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head, legs in the direction of straight. You could intertwine the fingers and push the arms down. We're going to breathe here. And if your hands are not on the back, place them there now and lift the feet straight up into the sky. Heavy shoulders, heavy elbows, light head, breathing, looking at the feet. Let's bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears. And we're going to roll down into dead bug. In dead bug, the knees are in the armpits, soles of the feet up to the ceiling. You could stay still or rock around a little bit if you prefer. Let the head be real easy and loose, just hanging on the floor and the mat. We're breathing and looking at the ceiling. Nice and simple. All right, bring the knees into the chest, bring the arms out like a T. On the out breath, let the knees fall over to the right as you look to the left, and the right hand could hold the knees down if they're up a bit, or in the direction of down. And then we try to relax into the gravity of the earth. Great, and let's come all the way up and then over, please, to the other side. The left hand can hold the knees down as the right arm reaches out and away. We look to the reaching right hand. All right, back up to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Thank yourself for coming out. And we're going to do our 5-minute meditation tonight. You could lay down the whole time. I'm going to roll up to a seated position. And I'll talk us into the meditation here, which again, you could take laying down. I'm going to sit on a rolled up mat, just the hips, so that I can sit a little longer with the legs crossed. I do intertwined fingers, thumbs touching one hand on top of the other is also excellent. Shoulders back, core a little bit in, eyes gently closed, chin hanging slightly to the chest. Becoming aware of the body breathing itself. Witnessing, feeling the breathing, watching the breathing, experiencing the breathing like it's the most important thing in the world. All attention on the breath. We'll be here 5 minutes. All right, let's bring the hands to the heart center. We're going to rub them together a little bit, making a nice fire. And we're going to bring the arms all the way up into the sky, making a big funnel, receiving the gifts of the universe. We're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth, and even more. We're going to tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor, hold the breath, hold all of that for a moment. And then everything must go. Let it all out. You're living your dream. Don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. It's danieloverberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there.